AutoBoom is utilized through the Viper Pro console. Anytime that the console is on, the AutoBoom system is active so long as it is turned on. When AutoBoom is enabled, control of each boom can be enabled via the Viper Pro by touching the gray A's in the lower right-hand corner of the main Viper Pro run screen, turning them green. Touch them again to disable that boom. By tapping the boom function, a single down tap on the boom function switch enables AutoBoom on that boom. A single up tap on the boom function switch disables AutoBoom on that boom. The center rack switch holds multiple functionalities. If the operator presses the center rack switch with 4 up taps, it will move the boom to max height and turn AutoBoom off. Once re-engaged, a single tap down will return the boom to spray height. Note, if the center rack control is turned off, reactivation will require 2 down taps to return to spray height. Raven ultrasonic sensors react to the first object that reflects an echo, whether it's the ground or crop. For row crop situations, it is beneficial to adjust the sensor positions directly over a row. Until row crops have full canopy, the sensitivity should be decreased so the boom is less reactive to sudden changes in crop height. Be sure to have sufficient engine RPM to supply oil flow to the boom hydraulics during tuning. Place one hand at ground level directly beneath the sensor and raise it slowly, about 1 foot per second. When your hand is within 12 to 18 inches of the sensor, the boom should raise at approximately the same speed as your hand. Adjust sensitivity as needed to make the boom more or less reactive to hand motions. The default setting is 15. If the sensitivity is too high, the boom will appear unstable or jittery, reacting to slight changes in target height or crop movement. Speed controls how fast the booms will move away from obstacles and how much the boom overshoots the target height. Place one hand at ground level directly beneath the sensor and raise it about 2 feet per second. When your hand is within 12 inches of the sensor, the boom should raise. When your hand stops, the boom should stop or at least not overshoot more than 24 inches to 36 inches. This is a good starting point. Once stability is verified, run the system and adjust further to fine-tune the settings. If the value is set too high, it may overshoot. If the value is too low, it may not react fast enough and then be slow to come back down. Raven AutoBoom actually has 3 speed tables. 1 to 99 is the typical speed range for most booms. 100 to 199 can be tried for booms weighing 1,800 pounds or more, based on the static pressure reading found in the AutoBoom control screen. 200 to 299 is for light booms. Never use the speed table for standard booms. The stability setting compensates for booms that have an active center rack. When one side makes an adjustment, oil is sent to the opposite boom to counteract the center rack roll. Place one hand at ground level directly beneath the sensor and raise it about 2 feet per second. When your hand is within 12 inches of the sensor, observe the opposite boom movement. The opposite boom should raise, usually no more than 6 inches simultaneously. The lower the value, the more oil is sent to the opposite boom or the more rigid the boom becomes. The goal is to keep the value high enough to allow for natural boom movement without affecting chassis roll. The default value is 20. At this value, stability is not being utilized. AutoBoom calibration requires hydraulic pressure provided by the machine hydraulics and sufficient engine RPM to supply full flow to the system. You also need enough boom height to allow for 10 inches of boom travel up or down without reaching the cylinder stops or contacting the ground. Move the machine to a flat, open area. Verify the boom is completely unfolded and the center rack is lowered to the target height. Touch the AutoBoom section on the Viper Pro screen to display the AutoBoom control screen. Select Calibrate. If the system is already calibrated, it will be indicated, or press Reset to recalibrate the system and confirm your selection. You will calibrate the left and right booms individually. The boom will raise and lower during the calibration process. This may take several seconds. Then repeat the process for the remaining boom. Quite simply, the AutoBoom system needs to learn the difference between up and down, utilizing the machine's original hydraulic block and readings from the center ultrasonic sensor. Press and hold the center rack raise function on the machine's joystick until the cylinder reaches the end of the travel. Continue to hold an additional 6 seconds. Press and hold the center rack lower function until the cylinder is at the end of the travel, then continue to hold an additional 6 seconds. The AutoBoom system is now calibrated. Fine-tuning may be required based on operator preference, field speed, terrain, boom weight, and crop maturity.